Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for the Cuckoo's Fiancee, or A Couple of Cuckoos, chapter 124 through 126. We've got a bit of catching up to do, and given how wordy these chapters tend to be, I imagine it's going to be a longer video, though I reckon at this point y'all already know by just looking at the timestamp. Anyway, when we last left off, everyone was sort of reacting to the news that Nagi and Hiro are officially a couple. Again, presumably not an endgame couple. I don't think we're that close to the end of the story now. But they are together. Ai is overcome by jealousy. Sachi is brooding about it. And Erika is, happy for Nagi on one hand, but also really excited about those math scores. Though, when Nagi confronts her as to why she was so focused on those math scores, she is unable to really answer, which I still find weird because I thought her accepting her feelings for Nagi was the entire point of the M1 aftermath, but apparently that's not the case, so who fucking knows. But yeah, we ended the chapter with Erika getting a text from Hiro thanking her for all of her help, just in general, I think, right? Let me find that exact ending line from last chapter. Yeah, I want to tell you thanks for everything. So yeah, with that said, let's dive right on into the 124th foul. So this is what she meant, which might be tied to that final text from last chapter. But our picture here is of Erika wearing a t-shirt with a picture on the back of Erika wearing a t-shirt. On the back of it has a picture of Erika, and so on, and so forth, and so on. Hiro suddenly calls Erika. What does she mean by thank you? Which, yeah, that's what the title's getting at. And it's not just a text, it is a full-on phone call. As Hiro asks Erika, sorry to call you this late, is this alright with you? And Erika just tells, so for a second there I thought that is this alright with you would be about Nagi, but it doesn't seem to be that, because Erika responds, yeah, I'm fine. Nobody else around right now anyway. I see. And Erika goes on, so anyway, what do you mean by thank you? Yeah, well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm grateful. Grateful? It's thanks to you that I'm dating Umino-kun now. And Erika was unaware of that. We'll see how that impacts her. Huh? It is? Yeah. And Erika's sort of taken aback at that. And then laughs it off. What? I didn't do anything, though. But that kind of makes me happy to hear that. And Hiro just sits there for a minute as Erika's like, yep, nothing to do with me. And Hiro goes on, so it's like this. When I heard that you also liked Umino-kun, I finally became honest with myself, I guess. Okay, so it's not just this incident. It's like going back to the depths of their history. It was embarrassing and lame, but I gave it my all and confessed. And she is a little embarrassed, you can see by the way she sort of covers herself with her arms, even on the phone. Really? So that's what happened? If he were to turn down my confession, or if he didn't beat me on the exam, I couldn't stop worrying about it. Because if it didn't work out, then I'd lose the relationship we've had up until now, right? Is the we there? I read that as her and Erika. Is that her and Nagi or her and Erika? I'm not quite sure. But Erika's taken aback. Ah, that's true. Things could have gotten really awkward there, huh? I mean, I guess. If she can, but the weird thing with that is that Nagi confessed to liking her and she did not go out with him. And so why would it be more embarrassing, the other way? If she confessed and then didn't go out with Nagi, I don't know. I'm not sure it would actually be all that awkward. So anyway, that's why I wanted to thank you. Sure thing. And sorry, I guess. Because, Erika, the whole thing is Erika likes Nagi. Night. And then she hangs up. Just with that line. As Erika just thinks, Hiro-chan, why did she apologize? Which, my problems with Erika in this arc are fairly well established. Just that, the last arc seemed to set up that she is well aware and has confronted her feelings for Nagi. And so her continued confusion just feels weird at this point. I don't know. I just don't know. The next morning, as Nagi, groggily wakes up, Amino-san, you ready yet? I told you, just wait. My sock won't. She tries to put on her sock and then screams. Ah! Eek! And she like falls over, as she tries to like get her sock on. Jeez, if it weren't for morning activities, I could just take it slow. And then she quickly flashes back to what Erika said. And sorry, I guess. And she pulls her sock on, and I guess can't really bring herself to go with Nagi here. As those feelings are like roiling around inside of her, which again just feels weird post M1, but okay. I think I'll just take a taxi. You go on ahead. And Nagi just snaps, couldn't you have said that earlier then? And then we see at the library, Erika has arrived. I wonder if he's still mad. And we have this image of Nagi being angry at her, forcing other people to wait for you and ultimately making them late for their morning activities. For someone who just got first place in math, isn't that lackadaisical? But Erika's trying to get Hiro alone here. But I really want to know what Hiro-chan meant by sorry. And as she opens the door to the library for their morning study group, she sees Nagi's already there with Hiro, and they're just sort of having a good time studying together, which takes Erika back. And she leaves. Not really able to deal with her bestie and the guy she likes being together. If I know I should just accept that, the weirdness of Erika's placement here is either just we're ignoring M1 or whatever the hell happened in that poorly translated fairy chapter. I just don't know. But anyway, Nagi notices the door open. I don't think he notices Erika, because he then says, we cut to him at the lockers. Why didn't you come for morning activities? Huh? And Erika tries to brush it off. I overslept? Which, he knows you didn't. You went to sleep again? After all that? Oh, he does. He comes up with an explanation for her, but, I don't think he really buys it. Shut up! And Nagi just watches her as she runs off. At lunch break, we see she's in line at the cafeteria. I'm feeling like fried food today. And then she sees Hiro, so that she can, question Hiro about the apology. And Erika calls out to her, Hiro-chan, let's have lunch together. And Hiro turns around. Oh, and Erika just, hid. Not quite willing to, sort of running away from this problem here. As someone asks Erika, aren't you going to come eat with us? Seigawa-san's waiting. And it's Nagi. Okay. I mean, you are dating this girl now, Nagi. You're allowed to have some alone time. Objectively, sure, a lot of it, the real reason is Erika, running away from confronting Hiro about that apology. But also, she's not wrong to leave the newly dating couple alone for a bit. Give them some alone time. That's a fair thing to do. And she looks over at Hiro sitting all alone, and Erika mutters out, I'm not hungry right now, as her stomach, audibly growls. But I can hear your stomach growling? I'm on a diet, and she runs off again, and what's clearly meant to be a mirror of the panel on page 13, where she runs off. Nagi just looks at her, huh? And then after school, we have her, she texts, so for some reason morning activity, the study group has been replaced with morning activities, which we saw that earlier in the chapter, but it's the fact that it's the name of their group chat, that's really weird to me. But okay. Erika texts the two of them, go home without me today. Because she's doesn't really want to deal with the Hiro thing. But Nagi tells her, if you have something to do, we can wait for you. We'll be at the front door, is Hiro's response, but Erika just tells them, I wanted to go shopping, so go ahead. And Nagi and Erika are at the front door, they look at each other, and Hiro just mutters, it's too bad, huh? And I wanted to know if she had any tricks getting first in math. Neither of them are, so Nagi's response there is, I wonder what's up with her. Which is interesting, because it's fairly obvious what's up with her. I mean, not the actual reason what's up with her, but the obvious assumption is she wants to give them some space because they're newly dating. That's a polite thing to do. But we see Erika listening in behind a wall. and then these drops of water hit the ground. This is I think this is going to lead into the title line. I think it's Erika crying here. I see. So that's what it was. So this is what she meant when she said sorry. And yep, I was right. It's our money shot of Erika crying as Nagi and Hiro walk on without her. The sorry being that Erika has these feelings for Nagi that now can't really be acted on because Nagi's dating someone else. Oh no, not just that. Because she continues, Nagi-kun and Hiro-chan, I'm going to lose them both. Just like, now that they are a couple, which is, it's sort of a weird thing though, because neither, I think that what Hiro meant was sorry for dating the guy you liked. I don't think this is what Hiro was getting at. Because Hiro is still, wanting her to come with them. And so it's sort of weird if Hiro was saying, you're gonna lose us both by the sorry. So I think this is a bit of a miscommunication there, which is, par for the course when you're 16. But then we see Shion is just squatting, watching her cry. Which is a little bit of a shit move, man. But he just points to himself, but you'll still have me. And she understandably hits him there. But Shion goes on, but they sure are awful, aren't they? Making you watch them like that? No, it's not their fault. Even today, I just decided to avoid them on my own. I just noticed a little bit later, that's all. I can still make it. And she flashes to Sosuke. Okay. As a source of her determination. I'll never let go of something precious to me ever again. I decided that back then. And Shion is a little, odd by her determination, but doesn't really know what she's talking about. Back when? I mean back then, does not answer. And don't go telling anybody that I was crying or we're through, got it? Not a word. Why are you always eavesdropping anyway? Erika learns what Hiro's apology meant. Destiny begins to shift once more. Okay. So I still think there's a bit of a miscommunication here. I don't think Hiro was acting under the assumption that Erika would start avoiding them. I think that Hiro was saying, I'm dating the guy you like. Sorry about that. And it's you who gave me the strength to do that. So extra sorry. I'm sorry that it's your fault you're not getting with Nagi. But Erika's own sort of awkwardness is what's really keeping her away. Because they are willing to, hang out with her still. It's just that, it's Erika's own fear, own just awkwardness, that's causing this. Which is, again, very human, as Yoshikawa is very good at. These characters feel human in flawed and messed up ways. So with that said, let's dive right on into 125. Is this kind of thing too much? And our picture here is of Sachi, with the exact same motif that Erika had in the last chapter. The same sort of never-ending shirts down the back. Nagi thinks about his date plan with Hiro, but somehow Sachi seems displeased. Yeah, somehow. Fucking Sachi. Y'all know my negative thoughts on Sachi. But we open on Nagi sort of blushing, looking at his phone as Sachi notices, I don't usually see you on your phone, Nagi. What are you up to? And he's on a date planning site. I'm planning out my date with Segawa-san right now. And we see Sachi's discomfort with that. Oh, yeah, the heck is this? And we see this very detailed itinerary. At noon, they meet at the station. At 12:30, arrive at a cafe. They're there till 1:50. At 2, they explore the surroundings. 2:25, they head towards a shrine. 2:50, there's an escape room. Isn't it obvious? It's an itinerary. Meeting and adjourning. A schedule down to the minute. It's like a pamphlet for a field trip. And Nagi just gets on to her. Shut up. Sachi, what about dinner? And Sachi just tells him, I already ate. Oh yeah? And we see Sachi's discomfort over this whole situation because, and it's, Sachi, we all know Sachi at this point. But we come to the date. They're at Harajuku Station, the station that was mentioned in the itinerary. They're... So we see Nagi's in line at the cafe as seemingly the only guy in line, and I don't see Hiro with him. And there's a bit of like all the girls near him are like sort of like there's this like clear gap between him and both sides of the line. I'm not sure why he's here without Hiro. This line is huge. This was a huge miscalculation. Oh, he's like scouting. Okay. I know I'm just here to scout the place out for our date, but like he can just leave, you know? If Hiro's not here, he can just change the plan. But yeah, people are all uncomfortable around him. Is that person looking for this cafe? He looks dangerous. He's scary. It's 100% girls and couples around here. He's the only lone boy here. This is too much. That's just like, I don't know why sweets are, and it seems like a very, like, you know, if not, I'm not going to make broad sweeping claims about Japanese cultures. I don't have that right, or that kind of knowledge, but like, it seems like a very anime cliche that, like, sweets are, like, guys just can't like sweets, which is it's weird to gender taste. That's my thought. 100% girls and couples around here, as the only lone boy here, this is too much. But this is all for the sake of my date with Seguo-san. Come next weekend, we'll be here together. As he has this fantasy of Hiro, I've always wanted to come here, right? And as Nagi is lost in thought, the girls in front of him comment, "That girl's cute, isn't she? Is she a celebrity? Let's try getting her attention." And it's Sachi, who has come to crash the date scouting. Or maybe she's just scouting this on her own or something, but either way, it's a fucking Sachi chapter. I'm not gonna like it. Nagi reacts, "Sachi!" And Sachi sees him. Why are you here? I was just about to head back after shopping with a friend. Actually, what about you? Oh boy, Nagi, what's your plan? Because Nagi then says, "Perfect timing. If you've got nothing else to do, help me scout this place out." Which, okay. I'm going to be bringing up problems I'm bringing up all the time in regards to Sachi, but also a new problem, just in terms of Nagi's fucking manners here. Because, like, okay. First of all, don't get your sister involved in your like, don't have your sister scout places with you in this sort of date location, especially when that sister is into you. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's always been wrong. It continues to be wrong. And so tell me scout this place out. What do you mean? It's for my date with Seguo-san. And she's obviously not really on board. Seriously? Come on, I just need you to come with me, that's it. Then I hope you don't mind treating me to something. Which, she's playing up the romantic angle of it. Okay, not the discomfort. As Nagi is not, he's gonna have to deal with that. Alright, fine. Actually, I changed my mind. If you would please, Sachi-sama, keep it down. And then they get in, as the waiter tells them welcome. And Sachi looks around, now I'm excited, this place is super chic inside. And Nagi is right in his itinerary, 45 minutes to enter. I guess that's to be expected for a popular cafe like this. Table for two? Yes. Are you a couple? Y'all know where this chapter is going. I really just wish we had left all this, like, the Sachi stuff seemed resolved at the end of the fake wedding arc. You know, it felt like they had been like, no, we're kind of done here. You know, Sachi comes to realize that her feelings are largely just sort of misplaced in a lot of ways. And so we can move on. But nope, we have more couple baiting for our siblings. Yay, I'm so excited. Nagi reacts, what? We have VIP seating in storage, exclusively for our guests who are couples. And Sachi says, yes, we're a couple. Which I guess could just be her trying to get the VIP seating. But also, given everything with that girl, I do not trust her. I just do not trust her. Nagi reacts, huh? Sachi, you really don't have to. Listen up, Nagi. You came to practice for your date, right? This isn't a brother and sister type of place, right? Jesus Christ. You should... I don't know. I don't trust this girl. Y'all know I don't trust this girl. I've been saying this since, like, 100 chapters. Since definitively I could stop playing it all off as just siblings. Since the accidental kiss back in, like, chapter 24. But Nagi reacts, yeah, you got a point. Please come right this way. And the chair is just like a heart being, like, hung by some chains. Alright. What's up with this chair? Wow. And Nagi reacts, Eep! You're cramping me, mister. And the waiter is getting a little suspicious. Mister? No, it's the shape of the chair, I swear. And Sachi teases him, well, good for you, Nagi. Now you can get all flirty with Hiro-san in here. But Nagi just mentions, for a first date, this might not be the place for that. And then he sees something off in the distance. And... oh, people are starting to notice them. Are those two next to us siblings? There's no way. Which, God, it's all so uncomfortable. It's just so uncomfortable. They don't look like they're doing compensated anything. That being said, that girl is way too cute for him. Nagi thinks to himself, it kind of feels like everyone nearby is staring really hard at us. And the waitress turns to Sachi, are you ready to order now? I'll have this. Whenever I do anything with Sachi, it's always like this. Your order is served. One couple in love soda green. God, she's just... Sachi, stop it! Sachi, knock it off! You can just knock it off! You can just not do this. It's this one! The one I've been seeing online! And Nagi asks Sachi, huh? Did you look into this place too? No. It's just famous because it's what's in right now. Huh. And then he looks at the soda and, like, imagines drinking this with Seikawa-san. Deal with the more immediate problem that you are drinking that with your sister right now. Hey, Nagi, aren't you going to have any? And Nagi does the sensible thing here. No, you can have it, it's fine. That's no good. What if you end up shaking so much that you can't drink when it comes to the real deal? Just pretend that I'm Hiro-san. Sachi, stop. Sachi, stop. Please, Sachi, stop. And Nagi goes along with it because Yoshikawa personally hates me. Oh, alright then. And Sachi takes a sip, blushing. Nagi goes for the straw. And... oh, when they take the sip together, a picture is taken of them. Huh? We currently have an ongoing campaign. This is the waitress. Would you please allow us to upload this photo to our Instagram? And Nagi reacts, what? That's outrageous. And Sachi, little creep, is yes please. Like, I hate Sachi stories. Y'all know I hate Sachi stories because they're always the same and they're always bad. And because, you know, because the series both won't and shouldn't actually develop Sachi's relationship with her brother, which creeps me out just to say, it's always in the same place. It's been in the same fucking place since chapter 25. Like, it's not good. It's not good. I don't know. I mean, I do know. I know it's bad. I'm hoping that, like, the next chapter is not a Sachi chapter, so I can just, like, have this really bad middle in this video. And Nagi reacts, what are you on about, Sachi? Of course we can't do that. The internet is a scary place. But Sachi tells him, Nagi, and the waitress says, if you give us permission to use your photo, this 1800 yen soda will be on us. And Nagi, and what's actually kind of a funny moment, is just, please, by all means. But I know for a fact that's going to come back to bite him in the ass if he comes here with Hiro, and then they'll have the exact same bit. The waitress will take the picture again. He'll be, like, outed as a 2-timer on Instagram or something. Also, people still somehow remember the Yukun incident, and then he'll be a 3-timer on Insta. Anyway, Nagi goes on, you know, Sachi, you really helped me out by coming with me today. If I were alone, I'd be so nervous I wouldn't be able to talk to the waiter. God, you're missing the point, my man. You are missing the point. Hey, Nagi, if you were never switched at birth, do you think we would have ever been able to go out and about like this? Let's not have this conversation, Sachi. I know where you're taking it. I know where you want this conversation to lead. But no. No. And Nagi vanishes, not hearing that. Huh? Nagi? Hey, Sachi. And he comes back with a bunch of roses. I guess for the date with Hiro. Is this kind of thing too much? And Sachi takes that in a certain way. And after looking at him for a bit, it is just, what? Huh? Well, yeah, of course it's too much. And Nagi's protest, not for you, okay? I mean Seigo-san. That's exactly why it's too much. Like, it's gross. I don't trust Sachi here. She just doesn't want this to be with Hiro. I guess this is no good. Of course not. And that's why, and she takes the roses. You absolutely can't do this. I hate her. Just stop getting involved in these situations. Like, part of this is Nagi asking his sister for help here, especially, like, at this point being at least somewhat aware of the discomfort that might cause after the wedding stuff. But, like, also Sachi could say no. She could just say, no, I'm not helping you with your fake date. I'm, trying to get over you, which I shouldn't have to get over you at all, because I shouldn't have had these feelings in the first place, but you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean at this point. But no, she does this shit every time. She takes the roses, which was the worst possible choice. And she just calls out, check please. And Nagi sighs, yeah. A message from, and we cut to Hiro, who asks, a message from Sachi-chan? And Sachi sends her this almost like gloating text. Nagi asked me to scout out a place for your date. Hope you're looking forward to it. And yeah, she sends her the fucking Insta picture. And Hiro is the only sensible person to show up in this chapter. Just wonders, is she looking to get blocked, I wonder? From his little sister to his girlfriend, a declaration of war. Blocked by Hiro in her rage? I'm not talking about this chapter anymore. We're moving on to the 126th vowel. Today the suns come out. And our cover here is the exact same motif as the last two, just with Hiro instead of on Erika or Sachi. I'm wondering if next will be I or Nagi, if we're going to have Nagi in this at all, or if it's just the love interests, Sachi. After scouting the location out with Sachi, will his date plan with Hiro be foolproof? And we open to screaming at the Amaumi house. Huh? Why is this happening? And Sachi comes down the stairs. Keep it down, would you? What happened? And Hiro just texts, got a plan B. My date plan got rejected. And Sachi, of course, knows why that date plan got rejected. Because she's an asshole. But rather than actually, feel guilt for that, as Nagi rants, why, Seigo-san? Up until yesterday, you said you'd leave it up to me. Oh, is that so? She just goes and brushes her teeth. Sounds tough. And Nagi suddenly realizes the time. This is bad. It's already time for me to leave. Sachi, lock the door for me. And he's grabbing an embarrassing Yohei Hawaiian shirt, it looks like. I'm headed out. And she just continues brushing her teeth. And we see they're at the same station where Nagi's adventure started last time. We'll see if he's actually come up with a plan B. Hey, sorry I kept you waiting, Umino-kun. And she's arrived in this plaid-looking dress over a turtleneck sort of situation. Which it is now October, I think. It's a very fall outfit. And Nagi, is in a very kind of Yohei shirt. Which, I love me some Yohei, he's the best. But it's a little funny. Sup. And then he's it's just taken aback. Seigo-san is my girlfriend. She's so cute. But Hiro just looks at him. That's quite the design on your shirt there. And then they get some more, general, date questions. Sorry, did you wait long? No, not at all. If anything, you came too fast. I haven't had time to think about plan B. So yeah, there's still sort of not really a plan B yet. And Nagi just questions, by the way, would you mind telling me why plan A was a no-go? Well, just for future reference, And Hiro is not open and honest here. Is not saying what exactly happened, which maybe if she wants to like protect the bonds of the siblings is the best move. But still, you can tell him that his sister is an asshole. I feel like that's fair at this point. It just seemed boring. And Nagi like freezes at that. I don't get it. But up until yesterday, you said you were looking forward to it. And Hiro plays it off. I was just kidding, but there are a few other things I'd like to do, I guess. I see. For now, let's stop to think about it at the nearby cafe. I found a place nearby, so allow me to be the perfect escort for you today. And Hiro just tells him, okay. But that, it's not the same cafe from last time, which makes sense. It's good for him. But it is undergoing renovations, remodeling for the winter. I guess we are approaching that winter season, yeah. Huh? Where's the quiet open terrace cafe? And Hiro just laughs. Oh no. The turnover for stores around here is pretty intense, huh? This kind of thing happens a lot. And Nagi's just panicking. This is bad. I need to find a second backup, quick. And he Googles it, looks around. There's a cafe in this direction, just 10 minutes walk. And Hiro's getting a little glum, still sort of, you know, I think thinking about fucking Sachi, which is fair for her, yeah. Sure. And Nagi is just noticing she's oddly doesn't seem happy here. Is 10 minutes too far away after all? No, not really. Let's go. But she walks off in apparently the wrong direction. Seigo-san, that's the wrong way. Huh? And it's not the cafe. It is a steak restaurant. Real charcoal grilled hellfire. And Nagi just reacts, where's the fancy cafe named best patisserie in the world? Hiro just comments, I guess it's not around anymore. What's up with this site? Update your information, would you? But Hiro comments, I wouldn't mind getting barbecue though. But not. Oh, Nagi's making a mistake here. He's not listening to her. She has said what she wants, man. Just do it. Just do what she wants. So, just give me a second here. I'll find something else. Like, don't work hard to give your date, to not give your date what she says she wants. That's just a bad choice. And then he finds something. How about a movie? And they get there. Theater A is already sold out. The next showing in Theater B is in 2 hours. This just cannot go well for Nagi, can it? Have you made a decision? Would you like to buy tickets? But Hiro then says, no thank you. And Nagi's realizing this date is going poorly. Oh no. Seigo-san's starting to look more and more disappointed. And they are in a park. The wind is blowing, which, you know, high winds are never a good time. I hope this does not lead to a bad upskirt gag, but I don't know. We can see her skirt blowing in the wind already, so I don't know. I have enough bad experiences with skirts in the wind. Anyway, Hiro then comments, I didn't think there'd be a park here. Right here in the middle of the city. And a big one at that. Have you been here before, Umino-kun? And Nagi is just not listening to her. Like, actually talk to the girl you're on a date with, man. Like, he's just focused on what he thinks she would like and not actually having a conversation. Because he did not respond to, have you been here before, Umino-kun? He instead just says, Seigo-san, a bench. Nobody's sitting on it. Yeah. Like, part of the reason she's so upset at the date is Sachi, but also, like, Nagi is not making his case better here. And I think Nagi's, like, gotten her a drink. Thanks. Sorry for the convenience store stuff. And Hiro just tells him, it's fine, really. But Nagi is just not listening to her. He's just wrapped up in his own head. A park? Really? Are we children? So pathetic. Even like I like the way that he's like turned away from her to really emphasize that he is just so lost in his own head. He's not paying attention to his girlfriend. Come on, man. You waited too long to fuck it up like this. I'm sure. Am I a Nagi Eri shipper? Yes. Do I want to watch Nagi embarrass himself this badly on a date? No. No, get your act together, man. And Hiro opens her purse. I got candy. Want some? Sure. And as they both eat some candy, Nagi finally turns to her, but we can see how haggard he's getting. No, it's not over yet. Since Seigo-san is the sporty type, there should be plenty to enjoy even out in the park. And just then it starts pouring down rain. Which again, it's time you focus on her and not like the activities or whatever. Though, given the title here, I don't think the rain will last long, and I imagine when the sun does come out, it's going to be an utterly gorgeous money shot from Yoshikawa. But Hiro takes control here, runs to a heavy tree. Umino-kun, over here! What did I do to deserve this? And he's still, once again, just not looking at... I kind of want to go back to the rest of the chapter, see how often he's, distinctly looking away from her as he, panics about the date. Because here, she's below him, squatting under the tree, and he is distinctly looking up. Let me quickly flip through... not all of these have him, very much not looking at her. Though, the second backup bit has him not looking at her. As things go wrong, he stops looking at her more and more. It's not quite as apparent in the barbecue bit, but he is looking at his phone and, not at what she has to say. Because all this could have been avoided had they just gone to the barbecue restaurant, but okay, whatever. Bad choices on Nagi's end, and it's not all Sachi's fault, but they're in this mess because Sachi fucked up. Or because Sachi's just an asshole. She didn't fuck up, she planned that shit. Anyway, as they're sitting there, Nagi still, his eyes just aren't pointed at her. It doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. Yeah. Sorry about all of this. How it all ended up like this. He's finally turns to her to ask her the question he should have asked at the very beginning. I bet. Or a question akin to what he should have been asking from the start. You've been bored all day, haven't you? And Hiro keeps looking down. And she just mutters, it's not like I could ever enjoy myself like this. Which is almost certainly about Nagi ignoring her and not about the events. But Hiro reacts, it's over. And Nagi just tells her, I won't let something like this happen again. I'm so lame, aren't I? I'll be more careful next time. You're still missing the point, my dude. And is Hiro going to take the blame here? Because she says, I'm the lame one here. Even though you've been trying your best to think of new places to go, all I could think about was how we couldn't really talk. Because of that, I let myself get in the bad mood. So lame, aren't I? Sorry. I mean, he still could have actually, turned to you at some point there. No, Nagi's the one to blame here. So even if you're lame, you're fine that way. I like how cute you are when you're like that. So just being able to see your lame side makes me happy. This is a cute little exchange, though. I do think Nagi should have actually had a conversation with her and not, tried to strong-arm the whole thing. But okay. But then Nagi once again turns away from her. Not in the same sort of, haggard, dead-inside look. But just, crying. But that's just no different from usual. And then he stops himself. Well, I guess this is just what going out together is like. And then Hiro stands up. It's not the first time. I believe it rained that day, too. The day we first went home together. And we flash back to the umbrella scene, the break destiny scene. Show me the destiny can change. It kept on pouring back then, and here it is, our money shot. Look, today the sun's come out. I guess that means destiny has changed. And yep, it is once again Yoshikawa treating us to some absolutely gorgeous art. As, the sun's rays, shine on the sort of the wet... we can see how the water, reflects off Nagi's hair there. It's just a gorgeous shot, as Yoshikawa tends to do. She's right. Our destiny has begun to change. The weather and their hearts have cleared up. Step by step, they become partners in love together. Okay. So, for all my complaints here, I liked the chapter. I like that Nagi was. I wish it had focused a bit more on Nagi being kind of in the wrong there. But it's not a bad chapter. Not in the way that 125 was, where I just wanted to like strangle Sachi and honestly Nagi a little bit the whole time. And it's not as good as 124. That's all about Erika, my beloved. Because like watching her sort of. While I do think everything with Erika is kind of weird right now due to how, like, the M1 thing and how the story doesn't really seem to be dealing with that right now, I still like seeing Erika, like, I think Erika is wrong in her feelings. And it's very interesting to me, also, I should clarify this, that Erika's not in the last two chapters. She has the whole, you know, I'm getting separated from them, and then she just doesn't show up for a couple of chapters. And sure, we like that 124 ends with Erika's determination, but it still is interesting that like she's not there, which emphasizes the sense that she's losing both of them, as she says in 124. Which is kind of the benefit of doing these three chapters as a unit, is you can sort of see that the sort of way Yoshikawa is, to some extent, threading all these things together. Because, like I say, Yoshikawa is a great mangaka. You know, the story itself is perfectly great. It's perfectly good. I like this manga for its story too. But like the way Yoshikawa uses the manga format, we see it in the way that like the way Nagi's always looking away from her as the date falls apart. And it's not until he finally turns to look at her that like they can finally be honest with each other. Like, she's a great artist and a great manga, like, specifically manga writer. She would not be as good in any other medium. But anyway, it's a fun chapter. It's you know, there's some good, like, I feel like now that I've read the chapter, I can go back and, like, laugh at just how absurd it is that everything falls apart. Now that I'm, like, not as frustrated with Nagi for just not fucking listening to her, now that the whole chapter is over. Because it is pretty funny, just the way that everything keeps not working. But yeah. And then they get, step by step, they become partners in love together. Like, I don't know, I find the whole he's dating Hiro a very interesting situation. Because I still don't think they're going to end up together. And I think that it's one of those things where, like, if this is over, like, if you know, presumably, at some point they will break up. And I reckon it will maybe be several chapters until then, but, like, in the relatively near future. And if they break up, then, like, Hiro is just not really available as a romantic option if they've been together and then broke up. In the same way she was before they got together. So it is still kind of feeling like maybe the story is starting to wrap up. That this is sort of Hiro's last arc. And a while ago, I would have said that the wedding stuff worked as an end to Sachi's arc, or Sachi's role as a romantic interest. But no, because apparently she still has those kinds of thoughts, as we saw in 125. So I'm not talking about 125 anymore. But yeah, all in all, we have two good chapters in this video. One is very bad, but you know, two is better than nothing, I guess. Just there is no 125. That's my hot take. And I've been talking for a while, so I'm not ready to call this video off. But it's by and large, you know, there's a lot of interesting developments that could come into play thanks to them dating. Like, the harem protagonist getting with the girl before the end of the story is just not something I'm really used to. So that's good fun here, and I'm excited to see where Yoshikawa is going with all of this in the future. So with that said, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!